come and join me with this painting that I'm doing here. This is watercolor, and I've drawn it out, and now I'm adding in the first layers. So I thought you might want to come in and join in. This will be some wet on wet, which is what I'm doing right now, and then there'll be some wet on dry. Seemed like a nice photo reference, and I thought I would. This is on cold press paper this time. I've been doing a lot of different things, and one of them was hot press paper, and then another was acrylic paper, actually, which was a lot of fun. Right now, we're on cold press. And what I'm trying to do here is leave out some white spaces as well, and also not, it's hard for me to see my white spaces. I'm trying to make sure I keep some out. Mostly we're just going to paint, so, just keep watching. Well, I wanted that to be blue. For some reason, I can't. I'm actually trying to get it in turquoise blue. I had a turquoise somewhere, but I can't seem to find where I put it. So in using this color, which actually I wanted to get some of the orange, a little bit of light orange in here first, before I put that put that other color in there. Okay, so we'll pull it out. Okay, and go back in and kind of add some white spaces like that. Might have to go back a few times. It depends. Just have to see what you like. I just thought you might. There we go. There's the color I was basically looking for right there. I wanted a little greener. Depending on the green you use, depending on the, whatever color you're using is what you mix is going to be the, outcome of the color you get. So it depends on the greens and the blues and everything. So that's pretty good. But what I need to do here is I need to go to I have a seamed kind of color to outline the window frames first before I go too far. So let's get the window frames, which is going to be kind of hard to see here, but we will manage. I just want to get them kind of colored in first. guess, but I think we got enough for now. Okay. I love to paint on my preference is painting on the hot press, but I only had like 9 sheets left. 8 sheets left. I'm sorry, it only came with 9. So I'm sort of, and I do like cold press. It's just my preference is the hot press. So we'll just get this all in here. We want to have some shadows, some shadow colors. And I like to use a sepia for that a lot of times. Sort of lost my lines here, but I think I can see them enough. I'm using a flat brush right now. And I have been actually using a flat brush for this. Sometimes I use round ones, sometimes I use flat ones. It just depends. It all depends what I'm doing. And I suppose the mood I'm in, which is for all of us. I don't want to rush this, so I'm not going to be going. I tend to move pretty quickly, actually, no matter what I do, but I don't want to go fast in this one here. I want to kind of take my time. And I am going to use a little bit of my acrylics because I want some of the white to really kind of distinguish itself from the white of the paper. Oops, that was a little too much. But this white will be my highlights. So, there. I made my own sepia. I think I used some blue, I don't know, I'd have to look, I don't remember, there are ways, but in this particular one, right now I'm not really remembering. I'd have to go back into my little folder. So I don't want to say what I did, because I could be wrong on that one this time. You can draw with your chisel edge, or you can dot, like I'm kind of doing a little bit here and there. I find a lot of times it's helpful to just kind of, do this sort of thing when I'm doing shadowy things and so forth. So I think actually that's coming out pretty good so far. It's in a really hot, humid day here, and I'm sort of trying to stay, so you can hear the fans in the background. Sorry about that. Just turn it up or whatever you gotta do. It's too hot not to have the fans on today. So that's probably in the background, and probably will be most of the time when I paint this summer. So I won't be the only one, I'm sure, with the fan on. And I don't, have a clue on how to get that noise out and make that noise not be there. So it's just going to have to work. And just, turn up your volume. Okay, let's see here. Got some colors I'm trying to do. I think I'll pull that down for this. So right now I'm kind of wet on dry because I want to kind of control it at the moment. So right now that's what I've got happening. Now I am using a reference photo. I do not have to, and I'm not going to, do this exactly like the reference photo. I mean, it's a photo, so what I'm doing is I'm painting a painting. So, you know, that it's not going to look like the reference photo. That's why I don't bother to show the reference photo, because, you know, sometimes people think that it's, you got to compare it with the photo, and if it doesn't look like the photo, well, you know, but that is not how you paint. That's not the way it works. So I don't bother to show the photo. It's my creation, will be mine. So, you know, so that's how that works. Too much water on there. That's okay, because I want this really it's a little too yellow. Okay. I wiped off my palette from what I had on the other ones, so I shouldn't have done that because it had the color. But that's all right, because it has a lot of different colors, a variety of colors with the shadows and everything, so I'm not, you know, even concerned about that. Not even concerned. I hope you're enjoying your day. Another hot spell here, which I'm sure there's going to be more of before it's all over. And we get into fall, thank God. I love summer, but I don't do well with the heat. So for me, the summer becomes a bittersweet type of thing. Which is what it is. Just deal with it, right? Alright, find my ways to deal with it. So these are the window panes. I meant to say that a few minutes ago. That's what these are. These are the window panes. It's like one of those, you know, I can't think of the word I'm trying to use right now, but rounded sort of. My daughter has a set in her house. I can't think of the name of it, but you know what I mean, I think. Okay, so I want this one to be a little lighter on this side. I hope you're checking out my channel, folks. There's a lot of things on there. I just paint, and I take you along with me at times. I don't have a super duper, you know, channel like some people do. That's not why I'm on here. I just wanted to, you know, share my painting with folks when I do this or that. And the ones that want to, you know, be on here with me will. And the ones that won't. And that's, you know, how I look at it. I hope you do look at some of my other stuff. And now, this, a lot of times too here, it's a matter of, because it dries so light, often you have to go back in and, add something or take away something if you can before it dries. But right now I'm just getting this shadow part here on this here without being too much water. I wanted more of a straight line, more so than I wanted it to blend. Which that seems to work okay. Seem to work. Some of the green. It's important if you can leave your, like a second ago, I had to start over with my my color blend that I had because I cleaved off a space. I needed some space, and then all of a sudden it dawned on me, oh shoot, I I got rid of my color blend. But so if you can, try to remember to leave it, if you have enough space, maybe add a couple more things to your palette, areas to your palette, or find something else so that you can not lose your blend. You'll find it's more helpful, but it works out anyways. This was supposed to be a flower here that actually kind of got lost in this. So I'm going to take some of my acrylic yellow here, and I'm going to add that like that. And then I'm going to go into my embauche. And I also like to do this thick like this because it gives it a little texture and makes it pop off the page. So that's, just some little tip things there. This is taking it out. I took the color off my brush, and I'm sort of, same thing as you can do with the cloth. See? That's what I wanted to do there. And these are all, you let it dry, then you go back over it again, and it gives the appearance and illusion of depth. So that's what that was about. I want to get some other colors for shadow into this window pane over here. I lost my blue, so I'm going to come back in. Well, I lost some of the blue. And I also lost some of my little white space, so it's dried. So that's when I come in with my acrylic white. And I'll just add a little spot here and there. When it's done, you wouldn't even know that that's what I did. So the answer to, is it okay to use acrylic colors? You can use whatever you want. Whatever your little heart desires. You are the painter. You paint the way you want to paint. Always remember that, because there will be people who will criticize your work and so forth, and you didn't do this, and you didn't do that, or, whatever, which I think is always rather funny, because it's like, well, who the hell is painting this, you or me? so I don't let any of that get to me at all. Just whatever. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And on here, they're supposed to be kind, but that doesn't always happen. So, you just sort of go with it. And if you don't want those people to be on your channel, take them off. There's a lot of things you can do to keep everything flowing the way it's supposed to flow. See how it fades? It can look real dark at first, but it will fade a lot, actually. So you have to go back in. Yeah. And get your, whatever it is you lost. You want to put it back in. It's like I want the color of a little ochre, but at the same time I don't. So yeah, it's in my head. Yeah, that's how it works. So I got these colors all zooming around in my brain here. And inevitably it will come out the way it comes out. And that's how that will work. And I've gone long enough on this one. So I am going to, I have a lot left to do on here. You can see, I'm not sure if you can see the bottom. I've got a paper that is very long because it's vertical. So right down here, I don't know if I should, there's the bottom. Down here is a table, and it has some vases on it. And there's some other stuff to go in the center. So I'll be back on another video I'll even probably do some shorts of this as well. I think that will work really well to do some shorts with this. And so I'll have some, little segments of what I'm doing in shorts. And maybe I might even still do another video about the same length as this one. We'll see. It just depends on, a few things. So for now, folks, I hope you like the way it's all coming out. I'm just highlighting some places, and this is with acrylic right now, because sometimes I just want those highlights to really stand out. The sun is really poking right there, so to speak. So, okay, folks, well, check out my other things, my other videos, the videos and the shorts. And I hope you try some of this stuff yourself. See, it's a very long piece of paper. But I like the space, and I like working on in a lot of space. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Visit me again, folks, and bye for now.